Good morning. It's not morning for me. Hi, my name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to some Cafe Stella. Yes, I recorded this the same day I recorded the previous episode. Yay, let's get started. Hey, oh, look, it's her. Hey, Yakizuki-san. No, I'm not. Good morning, Kanna. She smiles bashfully. Intimate yet not quite. It's a complicated feeling, but I kind of like it. She is just envious. You don't need to be so pissy about it. We weren't really... it's Kanna's fault for teasing me. You were the one poking fun at me for being scared to use your first name, weren't you? I wasn't actually scared, I was just... We'd better get to work. These cakes aren't going to make themselves. We sneak glances at each other and kind of flashes me an embarrassed smile. Seeing her guilty expression, I can't help but grin sheepishly at myself. Alright, that's enough fooling around. Switching gears, we get to work. You can take another break if you need to. Alright. Now then, I should get these cakes in the fridge, clean up, then get ready for it. Yeah? Being called by my first name really is embarrassing. Or maybe it's just because my girlfriend is doing it. What do you mean? That's valid. Good idea. Suzuna-san might seriously get angry with us if we keep this up every day. I guess the most important rule should be to prioritize our jobs while at work, including our morning prep and after closing cleanup. I know we can both agree on that much, but is there anything else you'd like to add, Kanna? Yeah. Why? Nice. Yeah, that sounds good. I think that helped me focus more while I'm at work too. The morning? Well, not per se, but honestly, I don't know if I can wake up any earlier than I already do. No, I really do love you. I do. But if I wake up any earlier than I do now, I'd be waking up before sunrise. So I'm not sure I'd be able to fully enjoy our time together. Oh, good. I'd be worried there for a sec. Starting today, right? Alright. Any other rules we should decide on? Yay.
客さんも喜んでくれたみたいで本当に良かった。お疲れ様。のぞみちゃんもお疲れ様。って気を抜く前に片付けちゃわないと。はいはい、その前に。あれ、どうしたんですかそのケーキ。お礼の氷じゃないですよね。私確認しましたから。これは私たちの分だよ。
せっかくだから私たちもクリスマスの気分ぐらいは味わわないと。いいん
ですか？
そのために作ったんだもん、これは。
でも勝手にお店の材料を使うと怒られるんじゃ。
たまにはいいだろう、そういうことがあっても。
やったー！
私は帳簿をつけてくる。あまり騒ぎすぎないようにな。遅くなるとご家族も心配するだろうから。
帝さんは参加しないんですか？
Yes, sir.
甘いものは苦手だ。私のことは気にせずに楽しんでくれていい。
そうですか、わかりました。じゃあ楽しませてもらいますね。ありがとうございます。
って言っても片付けもあるからそんなに長くはできないけど。
それにクリスマスを2人で過ごしたい勢もいるだろうしね。
Yes, sir. Yup, sexy time.
そっか、そうでしたね。お邪魔しちゃ悪いもんね。
That's okay. You don't have to.
はいはい、そういう上トークはいいから。
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
そうだよ、昴生君。こういう場合は正直に言った方がいいと思うな。
Yes.
素直になりたまえよ、先輩。
Well, obviously we'd like to spend some time alone, but we've already made those arrangements.
意外と抜け目ないな。そこら辺はあまり気にしないでいいですから。今はみんなでケーキを食べましょう。じゃあお言葉に甘えてメリークリスマス。
Merry Christmas, they said. Yup, yup. Can y'all believe it's almost the end of the year? I can't. Pardon me. To finish our Christmas cake and closed up shop, Kanna and I decided to pass the time up in her room. Are you sure you just want to hang out in your room?
はい、さすがにこんな時間から開いてるお店もないでしょうから。それに花金のクリスマスですからね。どこもいっぱいですよ。どうしたんですか？
TGIF? Oh, I remember now. That's supposed to mean thank God it's Friday, right? What? You really do talk like a boomer, Kanna. She is a boomer.
いいじゃないですか、伝われば。実際昴生さんだって分かってくれたじゃないですか。
Yo, I haven't heard that in a minute. What? TGIF? Took me a sec though. Boomer. Yo, boomer. But yeah, it is a TGIF Christmas. I'm sure everyone's out there celebrating the end of the work week. So it'll probably be crowded anywhere we go.
またそうやってバカにして。
It's honestly the best. I'm not. It does kind of have a nice ring to it. TGIF Christmas.
もういいです。私だってもうスマホを手に入れたんです。いつまでもバブルの女、バブルガールだと思ってたら大間違いですから。
Dang, we got a modern boomer. A modern boomer before GTA 6. Oh, come on, I've never called you out of touch. But speaking of which, how's the phone going for you? Having any problems?
特には。と言っても私の場合は使い方も限られてますから。あ、でも買ったことは後悔はしてませんよ。写真を撮るのも楽しいですから。
Good. Good.
バックラグ画面だよ。
I actually did that on purpose, by the way. Okay, just wanted to make sure I didn't skip anything. Oh yeah, I noticed you using it today to take pictures of the cake Suzune-san made for us.
見ます？ほら、これとかどうですか？結構綺麗に撮れたと思うんです。あとはこっちも。
You're right, it looks delicious. The two of us huddled together to look at her phone screen. Compared to lying on her lap or putting our foreheads together, standing shoulder to shoulder isn't anything special. But still, it gets my heart rate soaring. I really like this photo. Timing of the shot is pretty amazing.
私も日々進歩している証です。
The photo is of the simple Christmas party we'd held in the cafe earlier. Everyone is eating a slice of cake with huge smiles on their faces.
楽しかったですね。ケーキも美味しかったですし。
Yeah, it was great. This is the first Christmas I've ever spent like that. I'm not lying. The smile I have on my face in the photo is so wide it surprised even me.
今まではどんなクリスマスだったんですか？
Well, when I was a kid, I'd either celebrate it at Nozomi's house or on my own. These days, I guess I usually just celebrate with other guy friends, which is still pretty fun in its own way. But because of that, truth be told, I have no idea how I should celebrate Christmas with a girlfriend.
私もどう過ごせばいいのかよくわかりませんけど、今の私たちにできることでいいんじゃないですか？他の人たちの真似をしなくても。
Well said, Boomer Kanna. Yeah, I guess you're right. This is only our second day dating after all. It wouldn't make sense to compare ourselves to other people.
そうですよ。他のカップルに合わせたりしたら。
What? Say it. Ah, you were thinking something sexual, weren't you?
エロいことなんて考えてなくはないかもしれません。
On the second day? Good for you.
私たち恋人ですから。
Yes, now bend over, Grandma. Yeah, we are. It's only natural to think about those sorts of things when you start dating someone. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't having those thoughts either. Just by watching her, my heart, which has only begun to settle down, starts to throb with intensity once more. Urged forward by the pounding in my chest, I slowly bring my face close to Kanna's. But she wordlessly turns her face to the side. You don't want to?
そうですね。お茶を濁さずちゃんと話すべきですね。
Yes, ma'am. Discuss what? The tone of her voice sounded pretty serious. I feel my back unconsciously straightening up.
さっきも言ったエロいことの話です。
Uh-oh, is there a catch?
なんというか私は
Oh, okay, okay.
きっと怖いんだと思
Yep,
います。
that's normal. That's understandable. It's not easy for girls.
いえ、そういうことではなく、なんと言えばいいのか。昴生さんに笑顔でいてほしいです。付き合っている間も一緒にいられなくなったとしても幸せに過ごしてほしい。
No! You think we're gonna be happy when they part ways? Heck no, dude. I'm gonna be devastated.
でも
Like, I don't know. Oh, God. You think it won't be in my best interest?
少なくともいい思い出になるって自信はありません。私も処女なわけですし。
Dudes are surprisingly crazy when they find out that a woman is unexperienced. I mean, I don't have any confidence in that area either. I'm still a virgin too, after all.
あ、別に気持ちよくなれないとかそういうことが言いたいわけではないんですよ。
Get them guts rearranged.
ただ初体験の失敗談なんて枚挙にいとまはないじゃないですか。
A woman's large intestine came out of her. Well, yeah, I'm sure you can find plenty of stores like that if you look for them.
だからまあ、やっぱりうまく言えないんですけど、私という存在が昴生さんの中でどんな風に残るのか、それが心配なんです。単純に初体験が怖いって思いもなくはありませんけど。
Yeah, I get it. Sort of. Kinda.
どっちなんですか？
I can't say I can empathize with you completely, but I do at least understand where you're coming from. Basically, you're worried about the limited amount of time we have together. If it ends up being a bad experience, that could sully the memory of our time together that I'm left with you after you're gone.
そうです、そう。
Then the answer's simple. We'll just make tons and tons of happy memories. That way, even if there are a few unpleasant ones in the mix, I'll still be able to look back on them fondly. Still, I can understand why you'd feel anxious jumping straight into it. In that case, why don't we start with something like a picture? A picture of the two of us using your phone.
それはいいですね。撮 撮りましょう撮りましょう。
Cute.
自撮りですよね。内側のカメラを起動させて腕を伸ばして、ほらもっと体を寄せないと入りませんよ。
Right.
それじゃあ撮りますよ。はい、チーズ。もしかしてこれもバブルですか？最近はチーズとか言わないんですか？
I don't know, I guess. To be honest, I don't get my picture taken very often. There might be other things people say, but I can't really think of anything else at the moment.
ならいいんです。じゃあ今度こそ撮りますね。はい、チーズ。
Not gonna let us see the photo?
すっかり遅くなっちゃいましたね。明日もお店ですけど
I
平
would
気です
have
か？
loved to see a photo of them too. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to bed once I get back.
はい、体を温かくして風邪をひかないように気をつけてくださいね。あと帰り道も気をつけてくださいね。
I will. Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for the gloves. They're super warm.
はい。
Well then,
昴生さん？
Kanna,
はい。
may I give you a kiss? Right on the forehead. I'm not trying to bring up our discussion from earlier again. It would be our first kiss, so it's probably going to leave a pretty strong impression, I know. But since it's just a kiss, I don't think there's much risk of it going wrong or being an unpleasant experience, so pretty pleased. It's not too much to ask from my girlfriend, is it? That badly?
そこまで言うのでした。
Okay. Mm-hmm.
審議の結果、キスはギリギリセーフにしておきます。
Nice. Alright then. I take a step forward. Kanna blushes and averts her eyes, but she didn't step back or try to run away either.
キスってどんな感じなんでしょうか？
I wouldn't know.
そんな即答でそっけない。
I mean, we'll find out for ourselves either way.
それはそうなんですけど。
Wait, don't you sleep in the cafe? We'll hire you out. It's probably not that big of a deal.
ですよね。言ってしまえば唇を合わせるだけですからね。
Yeah, exactly.
それだけのことですよね。
Kanna steals a few quick glances up at my face, looking nervous. She's downright adorable, indeed. Her blushing cheeks, her moist, upturned eyes, and above all, those juicy pink lips. Nice. What a nice animation. I'm not gonna bother. The moment our lips touch, her body twitches in surprise. I feel myself shudder involuntarily too. It's a strange feeling, one I've never felt before. It's warm and incredibly soft. What's more, there's also the slightest hint of sweetness as well. It's so faint it almost could have been a smell and not a taste. Muffled moanings through her lips. Crap, need air. How are you supposed to breathe when you kiss? Do I just breathe through my nose? I don't want to snort all over her though. It might gross her out. It's kind of embarrassing for me too. So I've been holding my breath this whole time, but I'm at my limit. My heart's beating too fast for me to keep this up. Shock of my first kiss and the lack of oxygen is making my mind go blank, passes out. Any more of this and I'll... Almost died. In the end, Kanna gave up before me. As soon as our lips parted, we both gulped down lungfuls of air. Were you holding your breath?
だって鼻息がかかったら恥ずかしいじゃないですか。
I'm speechless. The kiss felt so amazing that I didn't even care if I was doing it right. The sensation had surpassed all my expectations, swallowing me up completely.
とりあえず歯がぶつからなくてよかった。
Yeah, that would have been... yeah. I didn't want our first kiss to taste like iron, so I'd been cautious to avoid that.
キスどうでした？
It was kind of amazing. What did you think?
私も同じです。なんかすごかったです。すごくて。
Well, that was quick. This time Kanna kisses me. Her tender lips feel incredible. Kanna. Alright, well, at least it's not the smack and all the... like... She rubs her lips against mine assertively. I responded accordingly. All the while hugging her close. Mikao like watching like, yo. Did you just... What?
部屋に戻ります。お気をつけて。
Yeah, see you. Though I'm left alone in front of the cafe now, the lingering afterglow of the kiss remains. Spacing out and unable to think clearly, my body feels hot enough to disregard the winter chill. Curious, I trace a finger around my lips. Nah, it's really not the same, not even close. I guess a kiss is only a kiss when two pairs of lips are involved. Still feeling dazed, I stand rooted to the spot for a little while longer. Okay.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
That was cute. Things have been going well between me and Kanna, but like we'd agreed, our jobs take priority while at work.
いらっしゃいませ。グアテマラコーヒーとザッハトルテ、ダージリンとパンケーキですね。少々お待ちください。4番テーブル、グアテマラとダージリン。ケーキはザッハトルテをお願いします。
わかった。
オーダー入ります。4番テーブル、パンケーキを一皿。
The carbonara for table 2 is ready, by the way.
運びます。
Kanna's lips quiver a little as she answers. Suddenly, I remember the sensation and exhilaration of that kiss we shared. Before I can get too carried away, I refocus back towards cooking. I wouldn't want our new relationship to be the reason I screwed up at work. Rather, I should be focusing on making my food as delicious as possible so that I might share this happiness with others. Yeah. I like that. But in the end, that was only while at work. Once our customers had left, we'd close up shop and finish cleaning. My happiness wasn't something to be shared anymore. It was mine and mine alone.
今日も一日お疲れ様でした。
You tell. Kanna gently strokes my head as I lay on her lap. That alone feels like it's enough to soothe my fatigue. Her thighs really are insanely comfortable.
顔がいやらしくなってますね。もしかして挟まれたいとかマニアックなことを考えてます？
What's degenerate about that? Every healthy young man has those kinds of thoughts.
絶対偏ってますよ、その性癖。
Well, I'm sorry that your thighs are just that enticing. Take it as a compliment.
あまり嬉しくないです。
Oh, well, then you don't have to do that, but could you keep on stroking my head?
頭をですか？
Needed
子
little
供
boy.
みたい。甘えん坊さんですね。
Although she grins somewhat mischievously, she continues tenderly caressing my head.
よーしよしよしよしよしよし。
No. Kanna, if I may.
なんでしょう。
I know I'm the one who asked you to stroke my head, but do you have to do it like that?
愛が伝わるかと思ったんですが、残念です。じゃあ、今度はくすぐっちゃいましょう。ほらほら。
Yeah, hey, stop. I'm ticklish.
それはいいことを聞きました。
Ah, fine. Let's see how you like it. Although it feels a little embarrassing doing this, I can't deny that it brings me a sense of joy. Our lips part. Man, kissing really is amazing. This is already our third time doing it today, but my excitement isn't waning at all. Waning at all?
それじゃあ、 今日はこの辺で。
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
はい、また明日。
どうかしたのか？
いえ、大したことではないんですが、知ってますか、ミカドさん。
なんだ？
キスってすごいんです。
は？
だからキスですよ。なんかこうグワーって熱くなるみたいで、もう初めてじゃないのにすごい。
何かと思えば、まあ幸せそうなのは何よりだが、それでどうなのだ？
こう唇と唇を触れ合わせただけで全身がしびれるみたいで、うまく呼吸すらできなくなっちゃって、もう頭の中は真っ白で。
誰がキスの感想を求めた？
いえ、舌は入れてませんよ。そういうのは前儀と変わりませんから。そんなセックスみたいなことはさすがに。
どこまで進展したのかも聞いておらん。この式場淫乱死神娘が。
その呼び方本当に嫌なんですけど。
我が輩は高峰後世の様子を確認したかっただけだ。改めて聞く必要もなさそうだな。カンナがこれだけ浮かれているのであれば、高峰後世の様子など火を見るよりも明らかだ。
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
お恥ずかしい限りです。
そこまで嬉しいのであればいっそ最後までしてしまえばよかったのではないのか？
Yes, sir.
それは好きな人とそういうことをするのは幸せなことかもしれません。少なくとも私にとっては。
高峰後世には違うと？
心配です。初めての相手はすぐにいなくなるんですか
There
ら。
has to be something to be done about her disappearing. Please. I really hope so.
そうだ、
Which I
新
kind
た
of
な
doubt.
従業員を見つけてください。
Oh.
年が明けて休みが終わればお昼の人手が足りなくなりますから。
そうか。残された時間はそれほど少ない
Wait,
か。
she knows? Huh?
笑顔にしてあげたい、そう思ってます。でも忘れられないような重荷になるのは嫌です。
So MacLeod just stays behind? That's so sad. I thought they'd just go together or something, you know? Oh.
だから普通のキスが精一杯です。本当ならキスもしない方が良かったのかもしれませんが、でも好きなのも私の本当の気持ちですから、どうしても抑えきれませんでした。
そういうこともあるだろうさ。それに問題ないと思ったからこそ、お前はキスを許したのではないのか？
そうですね、無自覚でしたけど、言われてみると確かにそう思います。今の昴生さんなら大丈夫です。
自信を持ってそこまで言えるのならそれでいいのではないか？
If Costa's gonna be okay, I'm not gonna be okay. I don't care. I'll be not okay for him.
何もさせないというのも、それはそれで未練が残るかもしれんしな。
ありがとうございます。
Dang.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
I kind of wish I didn't know that thing about Shinigami's disappearing. Dang. After today, Tuesday, December 29th, the end is coming near. Cafe Stella will be closed for the rest of the year. Devon's business is scheduled to resume on Monday, January 4th. In other words, we just need to make it through today and we'll be able to enjoy a much needed break. This week there was a noticeable decrease in the amount of customers, not because the cafe's reputation had fallen, but because it's the end of the year. People in the area are more likely busy with their own holiday schedules. With winter break underway, many university students are also spending the new year with their families. On the other hand, there are also a number of customers who have arrived in town for that exact same reason. As a result, there have been a lot more people than usual ordering cakes for takeout. But even though there's been relatively less work to do, that doesn't mean there's nothing to be done. As usual, I busy myself with my frying pan. Finally.
これで今年の作業は終わりだな。来年からもよろしく頼むぞ。では、お疲れ様だ。皆、こたつで風邪などひかぬようにな。
良いお年を。のぞみちゃんは年末年始ってどうしてるの？実家の手伝いかな。神社だから1年で一番忙しい日なんだよね。そうだったね。私も初詣に行くよ。のぞみちゃんの巫女服かわいいもんね。そう言われると恥ずかしいな。
鈴音さんはどうするんですか？
実家でね、正月かな。
Chatting animatedly, the girls head off towards the break room. I won't follow them, of course. Normally I just wait here for them to finish, but not tonight.
昴生さん、
Aren't you going to get changed?
私は部屋でも着替えられますから。それよりこれからのことで確認をしておきたくて。
Sure. I wanted to ask you what you were doing too. How do Grim Reapers usually spend their New Year's? Do you have to drop by heaven and say hello to God or something?
いえ、そういったことはありませんよ。だから昴生さんと一緒に過ごしたいです。そこでなんですが、
Yay.
明日はまたデートをしませんか？実は行きたいところがあるんです。
Fine by me. In fact, I'd love to. Where are we going?
それは今はまだ内緒です。
Are we gonna get more Kanna lore too? I really hope so. It's a surprise, huh?
まあそんなところです。待ち合わせは明日の12時、このお店で。お昼ご飯は食べずに来てください。
Alright, noon it is.
約束ですよ。
I can't wait to see what you have in store for tomorrow. What was that?
明日はよろしくお願いします。
For an instant, her expression seemed to darken. And I don't think it was just my imagination. It was not. It was not. Why are you making those darkened expressions? I need to know. Even after returning to my apartment, I can't stop thinking about the look on her face. I have this vague feeling that I've seen someone make that same look once before. Who? I don't remember.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
That's rude. Oh, the little girl, he means. The dream I have that night is slightly different. I'm in a familiar hospital room. On the bed lay my father's figure. Mom,
何昴生、
does Dad hate us?
急にどうしたの？
I mean, he hardly ever comes to visit you, and even when he does come back, he just flies right off again overseas for work.
そっか、不安になっちゃったか。和文さんは嫌いになってなんてない。今でもちゃんと私たちのことを思ってくれてる。
Why do you think he does?
思ってるわけじゃなくて知ってるの。和文さんの気持ちなんて送ってきてくれる絵を見ればわかるんだから。
You can tell from his paintings? How? All I see are a bunch of landscapes.
言葉で説明するのは難しいかな。出会ってもう20年近いしね。あえて言うなら夫婦だから。私はね、和文さんの絵が好きなの。だから見ればわかるのよ。
Really?
そういうもんよ。
Still, he could at least paint a picture of you every once in a while, Mom.
和文さんは風景しか描かないわよ。
Why?
だって人を描くのが下手なんだもの。あの人は風景だけ描いていればそれでいいの。っていうか描いてなきゃダメ。だから私がわがまま言って描いてもらってるのよ。
Huh.
その代わりにたくさん描いて送ってきてくれるでしょ。それこそがあの人の愛情なのよ。だからね、嫌ってるなんてことはない。私のことも後世のことも。
Then I'll paint too. I'm gonna paint a picture of you, Mom.
ありがとう昴生。でもね、私は自分の絵を描かれるのあんまり好きじゃないかな。それよりも昴生には自由に生きてほしい。好きなことを見つけて、それを精一杯楽しんでほしい。
I'm not allowed to paint?
ダメってことはないけどね。描きたいなら描いてもらっちゃおうかな。
Okay. This is a scene from my childhood. I remember it vaguely. Mainly because my mother died soon after this, before she could be discharged. Unfortunately, my father had been overseas at the time. Naturally, he'd flown straight back to Japan for the funeral, but it had still taken him 2 or 3 days to return.
バックログ画面ね。
Sorry. In retrospect, I realized that it was probably the fastest he could have made it back home on such short notice. But as a child, those 3 days had seemed like an eternity. Maybe that was what caused it all. Maybe that was the reason I started resenting my father. I asked myself if he even truly loved Mom. What was she to him? And moreover, what was I to him? I wouldn't go so far as to say those questions have haunted me ever since, but every now and then again, I wonder, had he even wanted me to be born? Of course, I'm too old to be worrying about that. I'm not about to go on some journey of self-discovery or anything. But for the longest time, it's been nagging at me like a tiny bone lodged in the back of my throat. Well, anyway, maybe the reason I had that dream was because of the way Kanna was acting last night. That look on her face and the tone of her voice reminded me of my mother. Oh, it's gonna make this even more painful. I get out of bed and look out the window. The sky is bright and clear, perfect weather for a day. And yet, feels like a dark cloud is hanging over my heart. I'm not gonna let that stop me from enjoying our date though. I get it. My theory, he feels that way because he feels subconsciously maybe that Kanna is going to go the same way his mom was going to go. And that's why that expression reminded him of her. That's my theory. I don't know, but that's the only thing I could come up with. Because these 2 women are women that he cared about profoundly. And, well, he had limited time with both. That's so sad. Oh no, you can't be upbeat after that. I'm depressed now. What do you mean? I arrived about 15 minutes before noon. Maybe I'm a little early. Oh well. Usually this is around the time customers would be lining up at the cafe for lunch. It's kind of neat seeing it from the outside at this time of day for once. I take a few deep breaths. Time for a mental reset. I promised after all. Alright. Firing myself up, I head into the cafe. Gassing himself up.
昴生さん、来てくれたんですね。しかも約束の時間よりも早い。
I think it would have been really nice or funny to see Kanna with some modern day slang. Sorry. I'm just so excited about this date with my girlfriend.
私も楽しみですよ。大好きな人とのデート。
The 2 of us smile happily at each other. So what's the plan for today? I still don't have any idea of what we're doing.
まずはこちらへどうぞ。
Alright. I have to see it as instructed.
ちょっと待っていてください。すぐにランチを用意してきますから。
You're gonna make lunch for me?
はい。私のオムライス好きって言ってくれましたよね。だから食べてほしいんですけど、いいですか？
Of course. That sounds wonderful.
ありがとうございます。飲み物はどうしますか？
How about a cup of Colombian coffee afterwards?
はい、受けたまわりました。それでは少々お待ちください。
Sir? Okay. Phew, that was great. Thanks for cooking that for me, Kanna. Your omelet rice is the best.
食後のコロンビアコーヒーです。
Thanks. By the way, are you going to eat anything?
私は昴生さんが来る前に食べてたので。
That's a shame. I was thinking of cooking something for you in return.
いつもまかないを作ってもらってるじゃないですか。
Yeah, but that's my job.
昴生さんのお腹が落ち着いたら移動しましょ
Where are we going after this?
う。もう一度遊園地に行きたいんです。
One more time. The amusement park? I don't mind, I guess.
この前は人が多くて乗れなかったアトラクションもあったので。
Oh, right. After we gotten off the Ferris wheel, neither of us had really been in the mood to continue walking around.
クリスマスのシーズンも過ぎて大晦日というわけでもない。
I dread the new year to come, at least in the game.
ですから今日はそんなに混んでないと思うんですよ。
I'm not too sure about that. Sure, it makes sense that there'd be less people out between Christmas and New Year's. But if everyone else has the same idea, it might end up surprisingly packed.
そっか、なるほど。
But there's no harm in going in and checking. You wanted to go there, and besides, there's no way of telling if it's crowded or not unless we actually go. Honestly, either way, I don't care if we have to line up, as long as I get to line up with you.
はい、私もです。
Phew, sure is chilly.
冬ですからね。
Speaking of which, how do you feel about winter, Kanna?
あんまり得意じゃないですね。指先がかじかむのが。
Yeah, I hate that too. I'm pretty sensitive to the cold.
あれ、でも手袋は
I did. They're in my pocket.
持ってるのになんでポケットの中にしまってるんですか？
If I did, I wouldn't be able to feel the warmth of your hand now, would I? Taking advantage of the moment, I reach out my hand. Kanna looks mystified as I grasp her hand and hold it tight. Of course, I interlock my fingers with hers while I'm at it. We are a couple. See, this way we can both keep each other warm.
昴生さんってば意外と大胆ですね。
What, you don't want to hold hands?
分かってるくせに聞かないでください。
She squeezes my hand tightly back.
こんなの嬉しいに決まってるじゃないですか。
Same here. Just holding hands like this is enough to lift my spirits.
でもこうしてると逆の手が寒くなりますね。
How about this? Take out the gloves Kanna had given me as a present. Here, give me your hand.
はい。
Slip one of the gloves onto her hand. It might be a little big.
でも暖かいですよ。ありがとうございます。
You're the one who gave them to me in the first place.
ちゃんと使ってくれて嬉しいです。あ、反対側の手袋貸してください。私がはめてあげますから。
Thanks. As we hold hands, I can't help but notice the soft sensation digging into my elbow. I'm touching her bitties! Hot damn. They're soft and supple and warm, but they also have a certain springiness to them. Basically, hot damn.
昴生さん、どうかしたんですか？
Bitties. Huh? What would there be?
いえ、さっきから真面目な顔で黙りこくっているので。
Oh, you know, I was just thinking about One Piece.
ほう、世界平和。
No
大
way!
切なことですね。
No way she actually believes that.
ところで、ポケットに手を入れて何をゴソゴソやってるんですか？
Yeah, okay, I think she got it. I was thinking about how much people are defined by their position in life. Sometimes I feel like we need to stop and take a moment to align ourselves.
チンポジですか？
You don't need to say it out loud.
昴生さんのエッチ。いくら手をつないでるからって、
Dirty
こんな
talk.
人混みで何を想像してるのやら。
I can't help it. Your biddies have been pushing up against my elbow this whole time.
勃起ですね。
Seriously, can you not say it out loud? It's a perfectly natural reaction. All guys experience it.
当たってるだけなのに、そんな簡単に反応するものなんですか？
Of course. I'm holding hands with my girlfriend while her biddies pressed up against me too. It'd be kind of hard not to get braked up.
なるほど。思ったよりも敏感なんですね。
Not only sensitive, but delicate too.
敏感で繊細。
Let me guess, you're asking yourself whether or not I'm a premature ejaculator, aren't you?
よもや心を読む奇跡を。
That's insane. It was pretty obvious given that breathing face you made.
まるで私が頻繁に卑猥なこ ことを考えてるみたいな言い方
But
し
it
ないで
is.
もらえませんか？
It is. I mean, it pretty much is. Whenever you're having a horny thought, it always shows on your face.
マジですか？
Seriously.
ちなみにそういう時私ってどんな顔してるんですか？
Adorable.
やっぱりからかってる。
These conversations may seem brain dead, but they make me happy nonetheless. It's impossible to stop my lips from curling into a smile. Even as we waited for the train, even as we rode it, even as we simply walked. As long as we're together, we can enjoy anything and everything.
昴生さんが言ってた通りですね。思ってたよりも人が多いです。すみません。よく調べもせずに行ったから。
We forgive you. Still, it's nowhere near as busy as it was on Christmas. And honestly, it's probably better that it's a little crowded.
その心は？
Well, now we have a reason to stick to each other more closely.
それはとっても素敵な考え方ですね。
Saying that, Kanna pulls herself even closer to me. The warmth I feel through my clothes grows. Just being together with you makes me happy enough.
私もですよ。
So, where should we go first?
昴生さんの行きたいところがあればそこにしましょうか。
Alright, the haunted house it is.
意地悪ですよ。
Sorry, just kidding. Start with a thrill ride then. That okay with you?
そうしましょうか。
Oh, but you should probably go to the bathroom first this time.
やっぱり意地悪。
Don't worry, even if you do pee your pants, I'll still love you.
しかもデリカシーもない。
If anything, I might fall in love with you even more.
その上ド変態ときたもんだ。こんな人のどこを好きになってしまったのか、私は。
Come on, it's just a light joke. You don't have to respond so seriously. Kinda hurts, you know?
本当にジョークならいいんですけどね。
This is the same place we'd come for our date last week. Naturally, that means the attractions we visited are also the same. But even though the attractions are the same, I'm having much more fun than last time. Not only the rides themselves, but the time we spend waiting in line too. Everything is much more exciting than last week. And it's not hard to figure out why. It's because this time around I'm on a date with my girlfriend. Whereas last week, we were only friends. Although she turned me down once, we're now on a date as a couple. I never would have imagined this change in our relationship would make things feel so different. Two of us make the most of our time at the amusement park. And finally,
やっぱり高いところから見る景色は気持ちいいですね。
now this is a new sound, sweet marriage. I like it.
夕日も綺麗です。
Yeah, it really is. Rays of the setting sun pour into the gondola, illuminating Kanna's face. Scenery around us is pretty, but it pales in comparison to the girl in front of me.
はあはあ、そんなに見つめちゃって、またやらしいことを考えてますね。
Nope, just admiring how cute my girlfriend is. I'm being serious, you know.
わかってますよ。本気で言われてるってわかるから照れるんじゃないですか。ありがとうございます。私も大好きですよ。
You don't know how happy hearing that makes me.
今日は本当にありがとうございました。私のわがままに付き合ってくれて。
I don't think there's anything selfish about wanting to spend time with your boyfriend.
そんなこと言ったら仕事と私どっちが大事なんですかって言っちゃいますよ。
I mean, the answer is you, obviously. I don't care about work. In fact, who even needs a job? I'm staying home all day. Leave the housework to me.
胸を張ってそういうこと言えるのは昴生さんっぽいですね。
He offered to be a gigolo in another life. Kanna giggles softly and turns to look outside again. Her body begins to emit a pale light, and it isn't just my imagination.
すごく綺麗ですね。夕日くらい今までにも見てきましたけど、こんなに綺麗だと思ったことはないかもしれません。
Probably because you're seeing it together with someone you love, huh?
はい、そうですね。昴生さんと過ごすようになってから毎日が楽しいですよ。
I have mad chills. Thanks. Although it's a little embarrassing hearing you admit it so readily.
本当のことですから。一人でいても好きな人のことばっかり考えて、実際に会ったら想像してた通りにはいかなくて、でもそれが楽しくて、次はこんな話をしたい、あんなことを一緒にしたい、そんなことを毎日考えてばっかりで。
My heart rate is going crazy. I'm like, what's about to happen?
明日が待ち遠しくなるなんて初めての気持ちです。
Me too. Before I sleep, I always think about you or the next time I get to see you.
ありがとうございます。あの時逃げた私を諦めないでいてくれて、おかげで幸せを知ることができました。こんなに素敵な気持ち、一度味わってしまったらやみつきです。生まれ変わってもまた幸せになります。明日が待ち遠しくなるような毎日を過ごしたいと思います。絶対に。昴生さんも忘れないでくださいね。
How could I ever forget the girl turning me down my first ever confession?
また痛いところ。どう言いますか、忘れてほしくないのは私自身のことではなくて。
I know. There's no way I'd forget how amazing our first kiss was either. Can't really explain it well, but it was just amazing.
そこでキスを持ち出すあたりがやっぱりやらしい人ですよね。
What are you talking about? What? Are you saying that kiss meant nothing to you?
まあ私もキスってすごいと思いましたけど、なんかもう言葉にできないくらいすごかったですけど。
Right?
私幸せです。
Me too.
約束忘れてませんよね。
Alright. To not be sad forever or whatever? No, I remember.
ちゃんと守れそうですか？
No! I'm not a kid, of course I will.
その言葉忘れないでくださいね。絶対ですよ。
I won't.
今度こそ幸せになってください。
Dude. What do you mean for real? I'm already happy right now.
そうでしたね。ねえ昴生さん、
Yeah?
大好きですよ。
I love you too, Kanna. I love you. I love you. There's no response. There's no longer anybody sitting in front of me. Instead of her beautiful profile, all that remains illuminated by the evening sun are a few glowing butterflies. The pale light they emit Dang it, use your soft! The pale light they emit seems to melt into the crimson sunset as they flutter toward the sky. Alone I stare after them. Farther and farther they fly until at last they disappear from sight. When the gondola reaches the ground, I step off alone. The worker who opens the door for me tilts his head in puzzlement. Well, that's only to be expected. He would have remembered that there was a passenger who had gotten onto the Ferris wheel alone. But no matter how thoroughly he checks the gondola's interior, there's no one else to be found. I hurry away from the area before I can be questioned. Even if he asked, I wouldn't have been able to answer. In fact, I might well have burst into tears if I tried. I've got to keep my promise to her. After disembarking the Ferris wheel, I leave the amusement park. Night has fallen by the time I get back. My body feels cold. Even my palms feel frozen inside my gloves. It's not because of the nighttime chill. Still returning to my apartment, I make my way towards the cafe. Mikado? Mikado? You there, Mikado? Call as I head up to Kanna's room.
高峰昴生か。
It's bitter seeing him alone.
カンナは戻ったのだな。
Yeah, I thought I'd come to tell you. I guess you already knew.
長い付き合いだ。それに自分が抜けた後のスタッフを探しておいてほしいと頼まれたからな。
Ah. I know this might be a bit late, but can I ask you something?
なんだ？
Do you think I managed to make her happy? Was she happy enough to overcome her past?
幸せそうにキャイキャイ騒いでいた。のろけを披露するのもしょっちゅうだった。少なくともあの姿に嘘はなかった。それは間違いない。
Gotta love him. Alright. I guess I'd managed to give her something in return after all. That's a relief.
カンナは生まれ変わるために戻った。それはカンナが幸せをつかむためのことだ。
I know.
それに運が良ければまた出会うこともあるかもしれん。
I can meet her again? Like in the future?
そういうことだ。まあ生まれ変わるのだから年下になっているだろうが。
Oh no, get away.
もしかするとカンナがお前の娘として生まれ変わる可能性だってある。
No, no.
その時には目いっぱい愛して幸せにしてやればいい。
My daughter? You're kidding. I can't even begin to imagine that.
それも当然だとは思うが。
Well, anyway, that's all I came here to tell you.
あ、わかった。報告助かったぞ。とにかく今日はもうゆっくり休め。気持ちを落ち着けるのだ。
You say that, but I'm not sure it will.
それも当然だとは思うがな。それでもだ。さっきも言ったが、カンナが幸せをつかむためのことだ。そう思って飲み込むしかあるまい。
Well, I wasn't expecting this. It's freezing. I hunch my shoulders against the wind and head home. I'm back. Somehow, it still doesn't feel quite real. It all feels like some bad dream. Come tomorrow, I'll surely be able to see her again. No, I don't even have to wait until then. Any moment now, I'll be getting a message from her online. I pick up my phone and peer at it. I have no new notifications. After launching the app, I open up my chat with Kanna. Her messages had been awkward at first, filled with typos and oddly formal expressions, but that gradually changes as I scroll down. I had fun today, thank you. I type out a short message and try sending it, but the message remains unread. Normally, she would have read it right away. I'd taken the train home alone. I'd walked home alone. I dropped by the cafe and spoken with Mikano alone. My unread message. Bit by bit, slowly but surely, reality begins to sink in. For the first time in my life, I truly understand what heartbreak feels like. And it's enormously frustrating, being unable to do anything about it. I need a sec. The back of my nose begins to burn and my vision begins to grow blurry. It takes everything I have to beat the back emotions that threaten to explode out of me. God dang it. I promised her I'd keep smiling, but now that I think about it, that was never gonna happen. You're just too cruel for expecting that from me. Or maybe I just wasn't as prepared as I thought. Either way, I'd made one heck of a difficult promise to keep. Still, a promise is a promise. Our time together might have been short, but Kanna kept her end of the bargain. It was really short. What the heck? It could have been a little longer, Yuzusoft, you know? I thought it was going to end the next episode. I was like, oh, I'll have some time to prepare mental. No! I literally recorded the other episode like the same day that I'm recording this. So I wasn't expecting it right now, today, in the same day. Our time together might have been short, but Kanna kept her end of the bargain. Saying her goodbye to her was undoubtedly painful. But she'd also left me with some incredibly wonderful memories. At the very least, I can endure this. I'd received enough strength from those memories. A promise is a promise. God dang.
Cafe Stella と死神の蝶
I lay on my bed quietly staring up at the ceiling. Oh, I just realized it's an hour and 4 minutes. We're gonna finish this once and for all. No matter how long it takes. I got very little sleep last night. The pain in my heart had kept me awake. 9:30. After checking the time, I tossed away my phone. Or rather, I'm about to, but my hand stops. Instead, I launched the Line app again. The most recent message displayed on the screen is the one I'd sent yesterday. It still hasn't been marked read. I guess it wasn't a dream. The cruelness of reality is thrust before me once again. I feel my chest tightening when emotioning. I don't want to forget Kanna, but it hurts a little too much to think about it right now. Suddenly, I feel my stomach growl. Whatever my state of mind at the moment, I still need to eat. I guess I didn't eat anything last night either. Maybe I should take a walk. That might help a little. My feet feel heavy, but I make my way to the station regardless. There are less people outside than I thought, probably because it's New Year's Eve. Now I'm just thinking too, bro, like, what are they gonna tell the other workers? What are they telling Hiroto? What is he telling Hiroto? Yeah, my girlfriend is actually a freaking Reaper and she was reborn. So it's like she died, but she didn't. She transitioned into the next level, the next phase of life, whatever you want to call it. That's just sad to think about. Because, well, technically, I don't know what your guys' perception of death is. But me, I started seeing death as when we die, we become essentially dust. You know, become part of the universe again, because we're all just, how I see it, we're all just dust. We're all just a piece. We're all just a form where you can no longer interact with them the same way you would normally. But even knowing that, I feel like it does feel a little, just a tad bit, a hair, a thread of a bit better to know that that person is not actually gone forever, but what's gone is the way you interact with them. I personally believe that when we die, we turn into a different form, but we are still part of the universe. Dirt, human, dog, cat, building, whatever, we're all part of the universe. Whatever, everything. And just like you could leave the life you once had, I believe that you could also come back eventually. You know, maybe in a few generations, but obviously a completely different person. I like hearing people's perceptions on that and their beliefs. It's just so fascinating to me. But this is mine. You know, we're all part of the universe, but when we die, we are no longer able to interact with like we normally would have. There are less people outside than I thought, probably because it's New Year's Eve. I thought she was gonna go after New Year's. What the heck? I thought we had more time with her.
Senpai, ohayou gozaimasu.
Are they just gonna forget about her? If so, that's gonna break my heart even more. Yuchidani-san. Hey, just finished doing some shopping, I take it?
そうなんですよ。お使いを頼まれちゃって。先輩も買い物ですか？
Not quite. I was just wandering around looking for somebody to eat.
大晦日ですもんね。今日くらいは手を抜いてゆっくりしたいですよね。
Yeah, too bad most restaurants are closed now. But those bags look pretty heavy. Do you need a hand?
いいですってば、そこまでしなくても。私のことよりも、先輩は実家に帰るとかしないんですか？
The only family I've really got is my dad, and he's overseas. I usually spend holidays with the Sumizomes, but New Year's is a different story. Since they run the local shrine, they're extremely busy from New Year's Eve all the way till January 3rd. I'm sure Nozomi's been roped in to help out as well. Besides, with the way I'm feeling right now, I can't bring myself to intrude upon their happy family.
そういえばカンナさん、
Yeah?
お家の事情で実家に戻ったそうですね。なんかいつ戻ってくるのかはっきりしない。
Wow, is that really what they're told? Where'd you hear that?
帝さんから聞きましたけど。
Oh.
何ですか？もしかしてそんな深刻な問題が起きてるんです
Then
か？
having to lie to them? That doesn't sit right with me. I could understand his reason, but doesn't mean I'm up for it though. No, nothing like that. But whatever it was pretty sudden.
そうですね。早く戻ってきてほしいです。
Believe us, we want her to come back too soon. Yeah, me too.
私、コーヒーの入れ方を教えてもらってる途中なんですよ。
Coffee?
少し前くらいからカンナさんの入れるコーヒーが美味しいって評判になりつつあって、
Oh, now that you mention it.
私も事前に練習した通りには入れられるんですけど、何かが違うらしいんですよね。とはいえ私苦いの飲めないから、カンナさんにいろいろとアドバイスしてもらって練習中なんです。
The coffee Kanna had made for me certainly was delicious. Not to mention the time that happened. The time she'd gotten coffee beans stuck in her ears to make it look like her nipples were erect. Then to prove that they weren't her nipples, she torn the top of her uniform wide open.
見ててください。年が明けたら私のコーヒーで先輩もうならせてみせますから。
I can't wait.
それじゃあ先輩、来年もよろしくお願いします。
Oh, lady, if only you knew. Me too. This is so bitter. I can't say I hate it, but my body's like, this sucks.
Oh.
There you are. Do you know? Shiki-san, out shopping?
そうだけど、平気って聞くのも失礼か。
Yeah. I guess that means you already know what happened to Kanna?
カッカから聞いた。生まれ変わることになったんだって。
Yeah.
高峰くん、何を考えてたの？
Don't do this to us. I was just thinking about what kind of coffee beans to buy. This isn't a lie. After my chat with Hiuchidani-san, I was struck by the inexplicable urge to buy some coffee beans. Thought about just taking some home from the cafe, but I didn't want Mika to accuse me of stealing or anything.
コーヒーか。未だに良さがわからないわ。やっぱりどう考えても人間にコーヒーの苦味なんて必要ない味なのよ。
You don't like bell peppers either, do you?
うるさいな。
Out of curiosity, what kind of coffee beans do you think I should buy, Shiki-san?
それを私に聞く？砂糖とミルクで風味を消さなきゃ飲めない私に。
That's true. I don't know. It's just the way the conversation was going.
高峰くんが今までに美味しいと思った豆は？
Blue Mountain, I guess.
ああ、あの高いやつ。
There's really nothing else like it. Aside from how expensive it was, there was also the fact that Kanna had been the one who introduced it to me. You know what? It might be expensive, but it doesn't hurt to indulge every once in a while.
私もたまにはちょっとお高い紅茶の茶葉買ってみようかな。
あら、夏目ちゃん。
Landlady, it's been a
大家さ
while.
ん、こんにちは。
こんにちは。あらあら、デート？そちらの男の人は彼氏？
No, lady, I'm grieving my wife. Leave me alone.
あ、全然違います。
そうなの？ああ、でもあなたは確か。
Hello, I work at Cafe Stella too. Shiki-san and I are co-workers.
そうそう、キッチンで料理を作っている子ね。
Thank you for your continued patronage.
こちらこそいつも美味しい料理をありがとう。
My pleasure. Oh, every Chick-fil-A or what? Suzune-san is the one who deserves most of the praise, not me.
私、 お店に通うのが楽しいの。お客さんもいっぱいでにぎわってるのを見てると昔を思い出すの。と言ってもお客さんが列を作るなんて初めて見たんだけどね。見る目がなくてごめんなさい。
違いますよ。簡単には貸してもらえなかったからみんなで頑張ろうって思ったんです。あっさり貸してもらっていたら今みたいにお客さんには来てもらえなかったと思います。
そう言ってくれると。でも本当に美味しいわよ。紅茶だけじゃなく最近はコーヒーの味もさらに良くなった気がする。来年も通わせてもらいますからね。期待しています。
はい、お待ちしております。
それじゃあ私はこれで。デートの邪魔をしちゃってごめんなさいね。
No.
だから違いますよ。
良いお年を。
良いお年を。
You too. The landlady might be rather let down next year when she realizes Kanna isn't here anymore. She's just that irreplaceable of a person. Not only to me, but to everyone else at the cafe too.
そうならないように私も頑張らないと。
You're right. If the cafe were to go out of business the minute she left, I'd never be able to face her again. Besides, I've got to keep my promise to her.
約束？
I promised her I'd keep on smiling.
そう。
It's a pretty hard promise to keep, but we can't just let these butterflies run free, can we? Anyway, you don't have to worry about me, Shiki-san.
わかった。何か協力が必要な時はいつでも連絡して。
You could see the worry and the sad in her eyes. God, I love Natsu. Thanks, I will. After buying my coffee beans, I stopped by the shrine before heading home. Since there's going to be a ritual dance ceremony later this evening, there are quite a number of shrine goers here, even before midnight. Despite the crowd, I look around and quickly find who I'm looking for. Hey, Nozomi!
昴生君
Oh, didn't expect to see you here too, Susan-san.
あーす
What are you two doing here?
実家に戻る前に神様にご挨拶。そしたらのぞみさんを見かけたから声をかけたんだよ。昴生君はどうしたの？
It'd be a pain in the butt to visit the shrine later on if I wanted to spend my New Year's chilling, so I thought I'd drop by now since I was already out. Is it weird visiting in the middle of the day on New Year's Eve?
そんなことないよ。大晦日には一年の感謝を、年が明けたら一年の祈願を、それでいいんだよ。
I see.
お賽銭を忘れずにどうぞ。
Trying to get me into making a donation, huh? That's not very strain maiden-like.
所詮バイトミコですので。よかったら鈴音さんも着てみますか？バース、その手には乗らないよ。正月は働かないって決めてるんだから。あっちゃー、バレましたか。やっぱ正月はこたつでゴロゴロ。これ最強。
I'd have to agree.
あんまりゴロゴロしすぎるのはどうかと思うよ、昴生君。
Come on, it's New Year's. Besides, I've been getting up so early for work lately. It's not like I'm leading an unhealthy lifestyle.
そっちもだけど、せっかく恋人ができたの。
Stop! Stop! Kanna isn't.
でもそっか、家の事情で戻っちゃってるんだっけ。ああ、そういえば。じゃあ正月は一人なんだ。
The one that understands the real pain is Shiki. And Mikado. Well, I don't know about Mikado. Yeah, probably.
せっかくの正月なのに残念だね。
Well, it is what it is. It would have been too selfish of me to ask her to stay.
早く戻ってきてくれるといいね。
They gotta.
それで新年会とかしようよ。
A New Year's party?
みんなで焼肉を食べた時みたいに。すっごく楽しかったから。
Yeah, it really was. It sure would be nice to do that again, if everyone had the time. But even I don't know when Kanna will be back, so.
なら先の話だけどお花見とかいいかもね。お花見いいですね。
We can just have a New Year's party with those who can make it though.
こういうのはみんな一緒であることに意味があるの。そうそう、そういうものだよ。
Makes me happy to hear how naturally they include Kanna as part of everyone. Can't say anything in return.
さてと、それじゃあ私はそろそろ行くよ。良いお年を。はい、良いお年を。
Happy New Year. I don't want to keep you for too long either, so I'll just say my prayers and go home.
ちゃんとご飯食べないとダメだよ。作るの面倒とか思ってるならおせちを持って行ってあげようか。
Nah, that's okay. You don't need to do that. You're gonna have your hands full helping out at the shrine for the next few days, aren't you? If I really have nothing to eat, I'll give you a call and come over instead.
そう？わかった。
You sure have it tough though. Normally you have to work part-time at the cafe, and now you'll have to help out at the shrine for New Year's.
こればっかりはね。神主の娘に生まれた宿命として諦めるよ。何が何でもやりたくないってわけでもないしね。
I wonder what Kanna resurrects as then.
あとカフェの方は楽しいから別に苦だと思ったことはないかな。
You're always a huge help to everyone. Nozomi. In a lot of ways. Thanks for everything you do.
普通に素直だね。何か拾い食いでもした？
Well, it's New Year's Eve. Pretty much like a guardian deity to me. So I'm expressing my gratitude to you for the past year. Thank you.
私は一年中感謝の言葉を受け付けてることをお忘れなく。
Come on, I'm trying to be sincere here.
態度が素直じゃないんだよ、昴生君は。気を使ってくれるのはありがたいけど、変な遠慮はしないでいいからね。お父さんもお母さんも喜ぶだろうから。
Yeah, you're right. Stop by and say hello to them before I leave. When I arrive back in my apartment, I crumble on top of my bed. The cold futon seems to rob me of my body heat. Even my pillow feels strangely hard. Even though I'm in my own room, I'm struck by a horrible sense of desolation. This is all Kanna's fault too. The chill in the room stings all the worse compared to her lap pillow. The warmth of her skin, the softness of her thighs. Feels as if there's a gaping hole in my chest. Not knowing what to do about this emptiness, I simply continue staring up at my ceiling. In the end, no matter where I went, I couldn't help but think about Kanna. About how irreplaceable she is. The size of the hole in my chest is proof of how much Akizuki Kanna means to me. I still haven't eaten anything. Although I tried going out, I ended up coming right back home. My stomach had stayed empty all morning, yet without any desire to eat, I hadn't even bought any food. But Nozomi's right. I need to eat. She'd be furious with me if I ended up collapsing from extreme hunger or something. Getting up from my cold bed, I walked towards my fridge. The only thing I bought today was the coffee beans. Surely I have some other ingredients though. Let's see. Not much. Wait, there's some chicken left. Also, a couple of veggies, some onions, and eggs. What can I make with these few ingredients? There's only one dish that comes to mind. Let's see. Scoop up a spoonful of omelet rice. This isn't the recipe we use at the cafe. It's the recipe that Kanna had taught me first, at the very beginning. Thanks to all the practice I'd had, I was able to recreate the taste of her cooking fairly accurately. The flavor imbues me with a feeling of nostalgia. This is good. Satisfied with the taste, I cleaned the plate of omelet rice I'd made. Phew. I'm not completely full just yet, but I have nothing else in the fridge. Decided to brew a cup of coffee instead. I ate some water to get my coffee dripper ready. Once the water is boiling, I pour it over the ground blue mountain beans I'd bought and begin to extract the coffee. The smell of coffee starts to permeate the room. I remove the dripper and pick up my cup. Then I take a sip. It's just not the same. The Blue Mountain coffee Kanna had made for me last time was nothing like this. The taste currently spreading through my mouth is indescribably bitter. There's no flavor or anything to it at all. Sure, the tools I'd used were different. I only have a normal kettle to boil my water. But it isn't just the tools. Kanna was simply better at brewing coffee than I am. This isn't as easy as it looks. I've got a lot to learn. Wonder if we'll be able to satisfy customers come the new year. Again, my emotions threatened to overwhelm me. Finding the lump in my throat, I buried my face in my bed and closed my eyes. Maybe it's my lack of sleep catching up to me. I feel my consciousness slowly fading to black. Without the will nor the energy to resist, I surrender myself to the darkness. Glowing butterfly, soaring through the air just like the one I'd seen on the Furious reel yesterday. Is this because of what I saw when parting ways with Kanna? Or perhaps something else?
ごめんなさい。お母さん、
This is a dream I've had before.
許して。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。
A young child endlessly apologizing, her voice weak and feeble. She's thin, much too thin, even considering her age. It's obvious that the weakness in her voice is also due to her malnutrition.
謝るから許して。私のこと嫌わないで。
By the time her cries fall silent, a small, dimly glowing butterfly emerges from her emaciated body. Then it happens. Without warning, 2 new figures appear in the room.
これが魂ですか。
Huh?
そうだ。案内するのが我々の仕事だ。
Is this like her first gig?
でもせめて母親の声を聞かせることはできないんですか。
我が輩たちにはどうしようもない。初めての仕事で戸惑う気持ちはわかる。だが、迷わぬように導くことしかできん。
みんなこんな風に。
そればっかりではない。人生を謳歌して笑顔で案内される魂もある。嘘ではない。
そうですか。
As Kylo stretches out her hand, the butterfly shrinks away as if it were afraid.
大丈夫ですよ。怖いところに行くわけじゃありませんから。あなたは幸せのために旅立つんです。あなたを愛してくれる人に会いに行くんです。だから怖がらなくていいんですよ。
As if it understood her words, the butterfly comes to settle in the palm of Kanna's hand.
では、行くか。
The next scene that appears before me is a familiar one as well. So it wasn't part of her memories, but her assignments. I actually have to wrap it up here because I literally have class in a bit, like literally in like less than 5 minutes. So what I am going to do is mentally prepare myself for this pain that I am holding on to right now, because this route has been ouchy. So what I am going to do is I'm basically going to do a skip for you guys. You know, like I'm going to end the video here, but it's going to be a jump skip. I'm going to come back after my class and finish this. I have some thoughts already about this route. I mean, especially after Kanna's disappearance, or reincarnation, let's say. But I'll be back. Time skip, time jump skip, whatever the frick you want to call it. It's a skip. I'll be back.